Well, good afternoon. Today is Wednesday, December 6th. It is my goddaughter Beth's birthday. She doesn't watch, but occasionally the elusive Kathy watches. So she'll probably show this to Beth. So Beth, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Beth. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. I think she's 26 today, I think. Closing in on 30. I wish I was closing in on 30. I'm closing in on 80. I don't like that. But anyway, it's Michelle Zerber's birthday also. So Michelle, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Michelle. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Rhonda Gallion, Gallion. Ron, is that Rhonda? I have Rona. I'm pretty sure it's Rhonda. I think I forgot the D. But now I got to check because I don't want to make a mistake. I'll be right back. I was right. It's Rhonda. I forgot to put the D in your name. I put R-H-O-N-A. But it's Rhonda. Help me, Rhonda. Help me, Rhonda. Because I really need help right now. Anyway, today's Rhonda's birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rhonda. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Fix my sweatshirt here a little bit. But today is that's 3 birthdays. Happy birthday to all 3 of you. But we have anniversaries today. Today is Steve and Anita Johnson. Chit-chat paddywhack. Today is Anita's anniversary. 15 years for the 2 of those lovebirds. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary. Well, Anita, I hope you have a great anniversary. I have noticed that you started commenting on my videos, and so I hope that means that you're slowly edging your way back in, wading your way back in to start filming every once in a while. Because I miss you. Everybody misses you, Anita. They really do. But take your time. Don't come back before you're ready. But just know that we're thinking of you, and we're missing you. But it's also Susan and Grady Edenfield's 39 years for Susan and Grady. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary. Well, I hope you have a great anniversary. All 4 of you. I noticed yesterday when I was talking, I was crumbling the paper, and it was annoying. So I put the paper to the side. Nobody put that in the comments, though, because it was. That's why I kind of have a problem wondering why it doesn't do better in the car, because my microphone picks up every little noise that I make. But when I'm in the car, sometimes it seems like it's hard to hear me. I've been told. When I'm editing the video, I hear myself just fine. But I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. But. So I got up early this morning, 9 o'clock. I know, people are saying, Sandy, I've been up for 3 or 4 hours by then. What are you complaining about? I don't get my butt out of bed till 10:30, 11 o'clock. So that was like the middle of the night for me. I just can't go to bed early. I just can't. And I have to watch my 3 episodes of Frasier before I go to bed. And I laugh. I literally, not even figuratively, literally laugh out loud. The writing on that show was so good. It was just so good. And even when I know what's coming, I still laugh. I just know. I just love that show. But, so I think I'm on season 4 episode, and that's back when they had a lot of episodes. They had like 24 episodes in a season. You're lucky if you have 10 nowadays in a season. But I just love it. I just think that Niles and Frasier are the perfect match for brothers. And I only wish at some point they would have showed his mom, because the father is so opposite of what they are. And I know that the mother was more like them, but they never showed the mother. But, they refer to her every once in a while, and you can kind of get a glimpse of what she must have been like. I know, she's just a fictional character, but she was real in my world. So, anyway, I didn't go to bed till, I think it was 2:15. And so, really, even getting up at 9 o'clock, I still got almost 7 hours sleep. I don't require a lot of sleep. I just require a lot of bed rest, like I'm an old person. And then I started watching some videos, and Kim, over the girl on her phone, had her second knee done. And Kim, I have to tell you, I had the same reaction when I had my second knee done. The first knee, it seemed like a breeze. I really did. Even when I had the second knee, because both times I had my knees, I had one done at 7 and one at 8. They had me stay in the hospital for 3 or 4 days. And like I said, when I had my first knee done, the first day I walked down all by myself to physical therapy, and they went, "Oh my gosh, what are you doing? You can't be doing that," all that. So when I had the second knee done, they didn't send anybody to help me. And so I thought, I'm in pain, and nobody was coming to help me. And so finally I had to ring for the nurse, and they said, we didn't send anybody down because it was just 11 months. I had the one done in November or December, and then I had the other one done in November. She says, we remembered you. We remembered how perky you were and how much you come down here and you didn't need any help with anything. And I go, oh, those days are gone, my friends, because I'm having difficulty this time. I don't know if it's just because both of the knees hurt so bad before I had the surgery that when I had the one knee done, and I thought, oh my gosh, is this what a good knee's supposed to feel like? So that when I had the second knee, I was so used to having the good feeling in the right, because I had the right leg done first also. And so I thought that maybe it's just the fact that both knees hurt so bad. And so then I was overcompensating or something. I don't know. And I do think that because you walk different, because your good knee is better, I think you kind of throw your bad knee out a little bit, which causes it to have a little bit more repair needed when it's done. Anyway, I was in a lot of pain too. I didn't take painkillers for the first one because I told you they gave me that little fanny pack that you had to wear, and it had your morphine and all that in there, and I didn't know that, and it had a pump that you're supposed to pump when you were in pain. When they took the fanny pack, they go, "You didn't use any of your morphine." I go, "I didn't know that was morphine. I didn't know. She says, "Well, you never took pain pills." I go, "I was uncomfortable, but I wasn't like in dire need of anything." And but that second one, I go, "Where's my fanny pack? Where's my morphine? Where's my Vicodin? I need all of this stuff." And that's when I took the Vicodin for, I think it was a week and a half. And then I thought, I don't want to get hooked on that because we have addictive qualities. Look at my size. Food is my addictive quality right now. But I thought, like we have alcoholics in the family. We had people that were addicted to like running, exercise. I mean, I know you think, how can you be addicted to running? It's like, I'm an obsession. Anything that was an obsession. And so I thought, I don't want to do this. And so I thought, I'm not taking these pills anymore. And I got so sick. And when I called the doctor, he told me, "You're going through withdrawal." He says, "Thankfully, you're doing it after only 2 weeks. Can you imagine if you would have taken those pills for 6? I thought, oh, I'm never doing that again. I'm never going to do that. But both my knees feel fine. And then I kind of worry because they told me that the knees that I got, they said they were probably good for 20 years. And I thought, 20 years, that's a long way down the road. No, my 20 years is coming up in 4. I've had them for like 16 years already. So, and I have knock on wood, no issues with them. So I want to start losing my weight again because I think that building up the weight like I am is just not going to be doing very much help for my knees. So anyway, I did watch them. I watched Cat on Point. Very fascinated. She was talking about things that cause constipation. That you didn't. Was it constipation or I can't remember now. This month, I'm trying to put this plug in for our Wemo, which is like I told you, it's called a Wemo. It's just a timer plug that you plug in, and see now I got to look again. I remember I always have difficulty getting them in. I can never figure them out. It drives me crazy. I just do whatever I can, and I walk away. And I've walked away already now 5 times. I've tried everything. I've tried rebooting my phone. I've tried rebooting the little plug. Yeah, constipation. I knew it was one of the two. You always think, what could be worse than constipation? And could be worse than diarrhea? Constipation. Either anything that affects your bowels. It's gonna bother you. It's gonna affect you one way or the other. But anyway, so I walked away and then I did some research on it, and I'm thinking, I think I got to get on the Wemo network. And so I looked, and there's no Wemo network. And so then Jim come in, and he was trying to help me, because it wasn't working. And I put the plug down. I couldn't find the plug. And so then I was looking for the little pad with the code number on it. And he says, "You mean the one that's under your phone?" It's like, I still haven't got it. I haven't got it working, but I think I got it working because when we plugged in the Christmas lights came on. Yesterday when I was plugging it in, trying to program it, when I plugged the Christmas lights in, they wouldn't come on. So, I don't know what the deal is. I really don't. So we'll see tonight at midnight when all the lights go off. We'll see if that light goes off too. I don't see it in my phone as one of my devices, but maybe it is, and I just haven't noticed it. I don't know. We'll see. But so when we went to Jim, the reason I got up, let's get back on track. The reason I got up at 9 o'clock is because Jim had his first cardiac rehab appointment. And so when I got there, they had a waiting room outside, whereas the other place we went to didn't. I was able to go right into the cardiac rehab room with them. And so I just sat down and we were waiting for them to call Jim. And then when they called Jim, he's the lady, the nurse or whoever she was, said, is anybody with you? And Jim says, well, yeah, my wife. And she says, oh, she can come in. She can come in. And I thought, oh, okay. So, because he didn't exercise today, but she took him on a tour. She showed him where his heart monitoring station was and where the things are that he's got to put on to plug and how he has to go weigh himself and where he hangs his coat and where he can get some water and where the bathrooms are, how all the different machines are, how they track them on the computer. All that. It was very thorough. And I liked it so much better than the other place we went to. The other place took us a half an hour to get there on the expressway. And this was just 20 minutes. So it's way closer to home. A very nice facility. I think it's way nicer than the other facility. And we really liked it. So then we went in the conference room and she was asking him questions about his health and, his medications and his daily routines and blah, blah, blah and all that. And then when we got done, she brought us in for the dietitian, into the dietitian's room. And she was very thorough. And I'm thinking, I know Edie goes to does she go? I know she goes to a dietitian and a behavioral therapist, I think. But I'm almost positive she goes to a dietitian too. And I always wonder, why do people go, or is it a nutritionist? I think it's a dietitian she goes to. I don't know which one she goes to. This was a dietitian. And she went through the slideshow, showing us all the different things, how much sodium you should have, how much protein. She explained how all the proteins and the carbs and everything work together and all that. We were in there over an hour. I was completely fascinated. All Jim heard was blah, 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 because Jim just doesn't listen. So I'm doing I do most of the meal preps. So I was really paying attention. And I was just so fascinated with it. And I just thought this helps me so much more because a lot of the foods that Weight Watchers kind of tells you that are high in points and you should stay away from and you shouldn't have this. I mean, I don't know. It just kind of reawakened me. It really did. I just think that this is the Heart Smart plan that Jim's got to be on. I might as well go on it too. And not so much worry about the points anymore on Weight Watchers. I'm still going to go to Weight Watchers and still going to get weighed. I'm still going to show you my food that I'm going to eat. I'm still going to do my highlights on Mondays. And then, but I really, truly think that I'm going to try to follow the diet that they gave him. And I know it's like anytime, any food plan you have is a diet, let's face it. And then what I did like is like on Tuesdays, which Jim does, Jim's going to exercise on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. On Tuesdays, the dietitian comes there and we can either go to the class together either an hour earlier or an hour earlier at 10 o'clock because his appointment for his cardiac thing is at 11. So we can go at 10 o'clock for the hour there thing with the dietitian, and then Jim will go and exercise. Or Jim can exercise at 11 and I can go see the dietitian. Well, Jim only hears wah, 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 anyhow. And so he said he's not going to go. So my plan is to go with him on Tuesdays and sit in with the dietitian and learn some basic skills. What can it hurt? It's free. It doesn't cost me anything. Jim's insurance is paying for it. And so that's my plan. So next Tuesday, I'm going to be going with him. I'm not going to go with him on Mondays and Thursdays because all he's going to be doing is exercising and that. So I'm going to go with him on Tuesday, and I'm just going to go to the dietitian while he's in his rehab class. I really think it can't hurt. If anything, it can only help. So that's my plan. That's what I'm going to do. And then we left there, and there's this new restaurant we live in Chesterfield, but there's another town that's just one town over called New Haven, which is not that far from us. And there's this new restaurant that everybody's raving about. It's a New Haven Grill. If you're in the area, New Haven Grill. If you're in the area, avoid it. Everybody was raving, and I'm thinking it's got to be because it just opened, and I'm just thinking it's got to be friends or people that got complimentary meals or something, because I was not the least bit impressed. It was a one and done. But what was funny is when we came out of Jim's cardiac appointment, we had said we were going to go to breakfast, not thinking how long because we were in there over 2.5 hours altogether, because the appointment was at 10. We didn't come out till almost 12:30. And I was getting hungry. Jim had already eaten breakfast, but he wanted to have breakfast out. So I thought, I'm just going to have something for lunch. And so we knew that the restaurant was like just, because we had passed it about a month or so ago when we were traveling somewhere to get his meat. He likes this, like his wild game meat is at this store that's it's about a 45-minute drive from our house that he goes to get his wild game meat. But when we were coming back, we saw the grill. And I said, we should try that. So when we came out, we're thinking that it's just over to the left. So we come out of the rehab and we turn left. We're going down on Main Street. We're going down Main Street. And we crossed over the railroad tracks. And I was on the phone talking to Christy, and I didn't pay that much attention. And we were going for a little while. And then I said, are we going in the right place? And so he says, you know what? I'm thinking that we want to be on New Haven Road, not Main Street. And I said, I think you're right. So we turned around and then we went to the restaurant. And Jim got a ham and cheese omelet and some toast and a cup of coffee. I can't say that they were the friendliest people, because they were not the least bit friendly. Even the waitress, when she came over, the server, I know, I'm old times. I'm used to calling them waiters and waitresses. I know they're servers, which I think is more degrading to me, like a server. It seems like kind of slave-like to me, saying you're a server, but that's what they want to be called. Anyway, if you're a server, let me know. Why am I thinking that it sounds kind of derogatory to me? Am I wrong? I'm kind of curious if anybody's a server or a waiter or a waitress, which you would prefer. But I know they're serving you your food, but it's neither here nor there. Anyway, so when we walked in the door, there's a sign that says, please seat yourself. And so we were looking, and the lady behind there's like a counter, and she says, just sit where you want. I thought, well, that's kind of rude. So we found a place to sit down and waited and waited and waited and waited. And so then finally they came over and she put a couple glasses down, put the menus down, and then walked away. Didn't ask if you wanted coffee. Didn't ask either one of us if we wanted coffee. And then, and it wasn't crowded. I really thought it would have been for lunch. I thought it would have been crowded. Maybe it's more crowded for breakfast, but it wasn't crowded at all. And then the waitress finally came up, server. The person that took our order, the person that's going to take our order finally came over. And I ordered, I thought, well, I'm just going to get a cheeseburger because I like a good cheeseburger out. So I thought, I'm going to get cheeseburger and fries and a cup of bean soup and a Coke with no ice. And Jim says, well, I'll just have a cup of coffee. So she's walking away. She yells to one of the people, bring them a cup of coffee and a Pepsi. And so I told Jim, I says, I'm going to get a whole glass full of ice because I can't stand that. I don't like ice in my stuff when I'm out, because a lot of times they just put their hands in there, and I know it's just me probably, but I don't like ice, and I just think it gets dirty, and I get plain water and plain ice, or plain pop rather. Don't put anything in it. And sure enough, she plops down my glass of pop, which is good. I didn't need that much pop, but it was like filled to the brim. It was to ice, and then just a little sprinkling of the Coke inside. And so I told you, he says, well, you want to send it back? And I go, no, I'm not. I'll just drink this, and I'll drink my water. Nobody ever came around with a pot of coffee to freshen up his coffee. My water was almost done. Nobody came and brought me some more water. When she finally came over to take our order, on the menu, it doesn't say anything about soup. But you can have, like with your burger, you can have burger and fries or a cup of soup. And so I said, I don't see on the menu what kind of soup you have. What kind of soup do you have? It's up there on the board. Well, they had a board with like their menu with the specials for the day, and then they had the soup on there. So I said, I'll just take a cup of the bean soup. And she brought it. The soup was delicious. The soup was delicious. So she brings me the soup, and then forever and ever. She brings the fries. Now, if you ever made French fries at home, because I've done this myself, I reuse the oil. Now I bake the fries, but before, when I would reuse the oil until it was like you could taste that it was done. You're not supposed to be using the oil anymore. The oil tasted old. And then also, have you ever had like French fries that have been crystallized from the ice in the freezer? But you think, what the heck, I'm still going to throw it in. So you throw it into the grease that's so hot, and then the ice all disperses, but then it kind of attaches to the fries, and so the fries all bolt together like a big old blob of like French fry, like a French fry ball, like a popcorn ball, but it's all French fries. And so she brings these hamburger and fries and she sets it down. Another thing I don't understand is they have ketchup on the table. Why don't they ever have mustard? I had to ask for the mustard, so she had to go get me some mustard. And then I took one fry, and when I picked up the one fry, like I said, it was like a popcorn ball. It was all my fries, just about, all stuck together, all massed together. And so I broke one off and I ate it, and it was like the grease was old. It really was. And so she plops the mustard down before I could say anything, and she was gone. The hamburger was very good. It was delicious. It was a really, really good burger, and it was made to perfection. It was made exactly how I wanted it, and it was good. I couldn't eat the French fries. So when she came to bring the bill, Jim says, well, you need to take the fries off because she won't eat them. We're not eating them. They're bad. And she looked at him. She says, well, that's just the way they are. And I says, it tastes like old grease. It tastes like they need to change the grease. And so she grabbed my plate, she took it off, brought the bill back, and she fixed it up, and she put it down. She says, that's just the way the French fries talk. That's just the way the French fries are made. I talked to the cook, and he said that they changed the grease yesterday. They did not change the grease. How miraculous that it was just changed yesterday. Jim's toast was only toasted on one side. It was like, if you ever we had a toaster where you put the bread in, and then you opened up the thing, and then you flip the bread around, and then you closed it back up again. When I was growing up, that was a toast. We got a toaster where you push the button down, and then the toast popped out. We were like in the 21st century. It's like, oh my gosh, we would like make toast just to watch it pop up, because you had to time it just right, to open it, to flip the bread. Does anybody remember that kind of a toaster? And it wasn't like an oven, it was like a little toaster. But you just toasted the bread on one side, and then you opened it up and toasted the bread on the other side. His toast was only toasted on one side. They never brought him another cup of coffee. It was an experience. Oh my gosh, I'm talking again. Anyway, so then we left and we went to Hobby Lobby because I wanted to get a couple gifts over there. And we pull up and there's a hook and ladder with the sirens and the things all going off. And everybody's still walking in the store. I was one of them. I'm thinking if there's a fire, they'd say, lady, there's a fire in here. Can't you see the hook and ladder truck right here in front? So then I thought, well, maybe it was sometimes, I don't know, here in Michigan, if you call 911, the ambulance comes, a policeman comes, and the paramedics come. So you got all of these people in your house, all of them checking you out. And so I thought, well, maybe somebody had a medical emergency in the thing. Oh, no, there was people walking around with axes with all their uniform. It was a false alarm, but little did I know. I just walked in the store. I didn't care. So then we did that, and then we went to Kroger's, and we got our groceries. And then we came home, and I've just been watching videos all day. And now I've talked for like 23 minutes, babbling on. So my memory today, once again, I'm going to apologize because like I said, I taped it off of YouTube the other day, is my cousin Lynn's Christmas memory. Tomorrow my family's coming over for family dinner, and so I won't have a Christmas memory, but I'll show you them decorating their cookies. And then on Friday, I'll show you Dale's Christmas memory. Hopefully I can film my family tomorrow and get some memories from them for next week. And go for my meeting tomorrow. I got to text Birdie to let her know what time I'm picking her up. I do see a gain tomorrow. I really do. I'm all ready for it. My that was what I was going to tell you. My Survivor's on tonight and my Amazing Race. So you'll hear about that tomorrow because I kind of rant on that. I'm going to really do a quick rant. So if you don't want to hear it, la, 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 because the Dancing with the Stars got me so, and I know I said I wasn't going to say it yesterday anymore, but I can't help it. It annoyed me to no end because it was so biased. And it was I was getting so mad, and I told Jim, why do I watch this show? My blood pressure was soaring. I was so upset. Spoiler alert, the couple that I said was going to win did win. Although I think they did deserve to win, Zoki and Val. Sorry if you haven't seen it already, but if you haven't, it's been 24 hours almost. Anyway, she's only 15 or 17, so obviously she's got the stamina of like a 17-year-old. But Val's 37, and he was able to keep up, but he's a professional dancer. So I did think that they did deserve to win. Jason Mraz, I can't stand that he always goes like this. He's always winking at you. And so Jim gets more annoyed than I do. And so every time when he'd be talking, I say, wait for it, Jim. Wait for it. Wait for it. And then sure enough, he'd wink. I says, he's winking at you. Jim says, I can't stand it. So we predicted that they would be the final two. Miraculously, final two. Who could have figured? I just knew that it was going to be them. And then what really got me mad was there was no way in hell, sorry for my language, but there was no way in hell that Allison was going to make it to the finals to win. Although I told you my theory, I think she should have been there last week and one of the other couples should have been gone. But Bruno was the only one that gave her a 10. When they did their freestyle dances, and anybody that watches Dancing with the Stars knows, unless you fall flat on your face, you're going to get a 10 on your freestyle. Because it's the last dance you're ever going to dance on Dancing with the Stars. And unless it's like a really close competition or something like that, then they're going to judge you a little bit more harshly. Christine, what's her name? Carrie Ann has her favorite. And the ones that she doesn't really like, Charity, I think it was, she gave her a 9 because she says, I think, she didn't say she saw, she says, I think I saw a mistake. She didn't know for a fact that she saw a mistake, but she only gave her a 9 because she wanted to really like sink into her person. The one from Vanderpump Rules. I can't think of what her name is. Andriana or something like that. She just wanted her to win. Everybody was getting 10s. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. And before Allison even danced, I told Jim, she's only going to get a 9. She's only going to get a 9 because they can't even give her a pity 10. And you know what? I mean, it wouldn't have been a pity 10 because I thought she did damn well. I think she did really well. And sure enough, Carrie Ann, 9. Derek, 9. And they got booed. I loved it. Everybody in the audience was boo. And I thought, damn, Dad, you deserve it. And then Bruno said, for the people, because they even their comments, they go, the people love you, your public loves you, everybody here loves you, they're all rooting for you. Then give her a pity 10 because she was 30 points down from the first place team. Those 2 little points that she would have got difference was not going to make the difference of her winning the championship or the mirror ball or whatever. I know I'm getting all invested in this. So I was just beside myself. And Jim says, you get so upset, like you're involved in this, like you got money on this or something. And I said, no, I just think that it's something I know I could never do. And Allison really put herself out there and everybody else got a 10. Why can't she? She should have got a 10. But now I'm done. I knew I had to rant on something before I finished out my video. So tomorrow I got a busy day. I got to go to my meeting. Then I got to come home and make my stuff for dinner. I'm going to help Denise clean up her house a little bit because I think she's moving in tomorrow. I think she's moving in tonight, but I haven't heard it from her. I know she's been in and out all day because Jim and I have been in and out all day. So I don't know if she's doing her final move today or tomorrow. I know she's got to be out by Friday. And so I'm running out of battery life. So that's saying, my phone is even saying, you've talked long enough. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Let me show you a little bit of my day. And my memory from Lynn. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Oh my gosh, it's so early. Not for most of you. Most of you, this is almost well into your day. But it's 9:30 in the morning. And look at me, dressed, showered, out of bed and everything. Well, out of bed, showered, and dressed. But we are on our way because the big guy here is going to start his cardiac rehab today. Are you excited, Jim?
Yeah.
Hold him back. Hold him back. And we've got a little bit of shopping to do. So we'll take you along on our day. Talk to you soon. All right, what'd you think, Jim? He didn't do any exercises today. We just met with the dietitian and we met with the intake person. But I found the dietitian part very interesting. Jim, not so much.
I heard la 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 la.
Wah, 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 wah. I heard enough because I'm the one that prepares most of the meals.
True.
So now we're going to go get something to eat and then we're going to start our day shopping. Talk to you soon. Okay, now we're at the car wash. We went to Hobby Lobby. We found our stuff. I had a terrible lunch at this new restaurant that we were going to try out. Jim's toast was only toasted on one side. I asked for a Coke with no ice. I got a Coke loaded with ice. The French fries tasted like old grease. Supposedly they changed the grease yesterday. I don't believe that. So all I had was a cheeseburger and a cup of bean soup. And then Jim had, what'd you have, Jim?
Ham and cheese omelet.
With untoasted toast.
I'm sorry?
With untoasted toast.
Well, toasted on one side.
One side. And then we went to Hobby Lobby and Jim got his sister Birdie her present. And I got my friend Kathy her present. And I got something for Sophia. And now we're going to be going to Kroger's to get some groceries. Talk to you soon. Okay, Lynn, what's your favorite Christmas memory?
Paul claimed it. But I think the funniest Christmas memory, that I really love, is the year we always open one present on Christmas Eve.
No.
Look at, they already know.
It's funny.
And so Stuart goes to pick up this present and he goes, this is the one I want. And Paul and Kathy are going, no, Stuart, you don't want that one. Oh, no, I want this one. No, Stuart, trust us, you don't want to. No, I want to open this one. So he opens it and it's a bicycle pump.
We almost cried. And he said, oh, it's wonderful, just what I wanted.
Yeah.